Hi everyone, Justin from First National Bundaberg. I'm playing tour guide today in Bundaberg, Queensland, showing you 5 lesser known suburbs that are perfect for first home buyers. These are the spots with affordable homes under 550,000, plenty of charm and real growth potential. I'll talk about what makes each area appealing, from quiet family friendly streets to local cafes, and even highlight an actual property example and a little insider tip for each place. So let's jump right in. Welcome to Kepnock, a peaceful east side suburb that many outside Bundy haven't heard of. Honestly, Kepnock surprised me with its quiet, family-friendly vibe. It's often described as having peaceful streets and a strong community feel. The suburb is very accessible too. You're only about 5 minutes from the CBD and maybe 10 to 15 minutes from the Bargara beaches. Schools. Kepnock has its own state high school and primary schools are close by, plus parks and playgrounds scattered around for the kids. It's really the kind of place where you see families riding bikes on the wide streets and neighbours know each other by name. Now, here's the exciting part for first home buyers. Home prices in Kepnock still offers great value. The median house price is around $500,000, and you can find solid houses well below our $550K cap. For example, there's a 3-bedroom house on Summers Street listed at about $515,000. It's a classic mid-century home with a huge 56 square metre yard, big enough for a veggie patch, a shed and the dog to run around. The place is a renovator's dream with good bones, 3 roomy bedrooms with fans, a generous lounge and a wraparound kitchen with their gas cooking. Sure, it needs a little TLC, but it's on a quiet street with fruit trees in the back. You can literally pick your own passion fruit. As a first home buyer, I see so much potential there to add value over time while enjoying a comfortable home from day one. Local tip. Kepnock might be chill, but it's not isolated. There's a small row of local shops with a handy corner store and takeaway for everyday needs, and for bigger shopping trips, you have Stockland Shopping Centre just down the road. Also, just down the road as well is Baldwin Swamp, a beautiful nature reserve, perfect for morning walks among the wetlands. And hey, if you're craving a beach day, just hop on down to Bargara and you can start building sandcastles within about 10 minutes. Not bad for a hidden suburb, right? Our second stop, Walkervale. This suburb often flies under the radar, but it's one of my favourites to show people because it's got that quiet old Bundy charm with an ultra convenient location. Walkervale is an older established area with lots of post-war cottages and Queenslanders on generous blocks. The streets here are tranquil and tree-lined, definitely a peaceful environment. In the words of one local listing, can you believe it? Your walking distance to amenities like Olsen's Corner, the little local shopping cluster with grocery, bakery, etc., and only 5 to 10 minutes drive from everything Bundaberg has to offer. 2 major shopping centres, many schools and even 3 hospitals. As a first home buyer, you get the best of both worlds here, suburban calm and city convenience. I'm always amazed that more people don't know about Walkervale, given how centrally located it is. In terms of housing affordability, Walkervale is a winner. You can snag a solid first home well under $550,000. For instance, there was a 3-bedroom Queenslander on Hurst Street on a big 857 square metre block that sold for only about $413,000. It had polished timber floors, a huge rumpus room and an oversized living area, so space isn't an issue. Plus, and this is so typical of Walkervale, it was less than 10 minutes away from 2 major shopping centres, multiple schools and 3 hospitals. Talk about convenience. Another home I toured had the classic high ceilings and a big backyard shed, perfect for anyone who's handy or needs storage. Many homes here are older but full of character and often beautifully maintained or tastefully updated by long-time owners. It's the kind of place where you might find a cute 2-bedroom cottage for say 450,000 or larger 3 to 4 bed family homes in the high 400s. Value for money is the phrase that comes to mind. The local tip for this one, if you move to Walkervale, get to know Olsen's Corner. It's the little local shopping spot I mentioned, and it has a beloved bakery and corner store that locals swear by. I can personally vouch for the meat pies. So good. Also, the neighbourhood is in the catchment for some popular schools, and you can easily walk kids to class. One more thing, Walkervale is bordered by major roads like Walker Street and Goodwood Road, so catching a bus or driving to other parts of town is a breeze. But when you're at home in the quiet back streets, you'd never guess the CBD is just over the hill. It's a hidden gem that balances calm living with ultimate handiness. The third gem, we're going to head west of the city centre. We arrive in Norville, a suburb many newcomers overlook. I like to call Norville the steady Eddie of Bundy suburbs. Underappreciated perhaps, but rock solid for first home buyers. The atmosphere here is wonderfully relaxed. Streets are quiet and tidy, and there's a friendly community feel among the neighbours. Norville is particularly known for its sporting and recreation. It's home to the famous Bundy Bowl and Leisure Centre. Just on the edge of the suburb, plus the locals enjoy several parks and sporting fields. The popular Waves Sports Club and Norville Public Pool are either in Norville or just next door, which adds to the active, family-orientated vibe. Despite all these amenities, Norville remains affordable and low-key. It's also quite accessible. You can jump onto Calvin Street or Walker Street and be in the CBD or at Stockland Shopping Centre in a few minutes. One rental listing described Norville perfectly. A quiet street in Norville, close to schools, shopping centres and public transport. That sums it up. Peaceful living and easy access to everything. For first home buyers, Norville offers great value and solid growth prospects. Houses here have been climbing in price, but are still mostly within our budget. The median is around the low to mid 500s now, but you can definitely find some under 550,000. For example, a 3-bedroom brick home with a pool on Jacobson Street recently sold in the mid 500 range, which shows you what's achievable. It was on a quiet street and had a sparkling in-ground pool, plus a covered patio, basically a private little oasis for a young family. Another property I saw, a 3-bedder on a cul-de-sac, was asking around 120,000 and featured an in-ground pool and big outdoor entertaining area. So yes, you can get some bells and whistles within our price range. Many homes in Norville were built in the 1980s to 1990s. They tend to be low-set brick, very sturdy, often on 600 to 800 square metre blocks. Some have been beautifully renovated, but even the ones that need a little update are perfectly livable and give you a project to add value. Buyers love that they get modern comfort plus yard space here, something harder to find in bigger cities. The local tip, 2 words, the Waves. This is a local sports club right nearby in Walkervale, Millbank, but essentially serving Norville, and it's a community hub whether you're into footy, lawn bowls or just a good affordable meal out. The Waves is the place. On a Friday night you'll find lots of Norville locals there enjoying a schnitty and a cold drink. Also, if you have kids, Norville's close proximity to quality schools like Norville State School and Shalom College, just a few minutes away. Make school runs short and sweet. And don't forget the Bundy Bowl Leisure Centre. It's practically on your doorstep, offering weekend fun for the whole family. Now we're going to number 4 on the list. Let's venture a bit northwest of Avoca, a suburb that's actually one of Bundaberg's best kept secrets for families. Avoca sits on the city's edge and offers a peaceful, welcoming atmosphere. It exudes a friendly community spirit. Many Bundy locals know Avoca for its handy location. It's just 5 minutes drive to the city centre, yet it feels suburban and spacious in fact. Avoca is renowned for being family friendly with excellent amenities. There are parklands and walking paths woven through the area, and a convenient Avoca IGA for quick groceries. The big bonus, Avoca is right next to some major facilities. Sugarland Shopping Centre is literally a few minutes away. The Bundaberg Airport is close, super convenient for trips down to Brisbane, and you've got 3 hospitals within a short drive. That means as a resident you're near medical services and job hubs. Also, Avoca has its own primary school, which is highly regarded, so it draws a lot of young families. Despite all this convenience, the suburb remains quiet and leafy. You'll see kids playing in front yards and folks walking their dogs in the afternoons. It's a lovely laid-back pocket of town. For first home buyers, Avoca's property market is on the rise, but still accessible. The median house price here is hovering around the low 600s now, yet there are plenty of homes under the 550,000 mark, especially modest family homes or older properties. For instance, a 3-bedroom brick and tile house on Brenyon Drive, the heart of Avoca, sold recently for about $455,000. It's a great example, a solid high-set brick home with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a double garage. Basically a classic family home with a lot of space. The listing highlighted that Avoca is family-focused and highly convenient, and that house was literally a stone's throw from Avoca State Primary School and under 5 minutes to Sugarland Shopping Centre. Another property I saw, a 4-bedder on a cul-de-sac, was asking around $520,000 and featured an in-ground pool and a big outdoor entertaining area. So yes, you can get some bells and whistles within our price range. Local tip for the area, one thing I love about Avoca is how convenient it is without feeling hectic. If you move here, you'll quickly become a regular at Sugarland Shopping Centre. It's got everything. Supermarkets, boutiques, cinemas, all the retail therapy you need. But for a more low-key outing, check out the local parks. It's a serene spot where you can feed ducks or have a picnic while the kids play. Also being on the western side, Avoca gives you a quick access to the highway if you're heading to Bargara or up to Gingin or even to Brisbane. And lucky last, number 5. Let's take a short drive out of town to the coast, Burnett Heads. This one's a bit different from the others. It's a small seaside town at the mouth of the Burnett River, about 15 minutes from Bundaberg CBD. If you've dreamed of a beachy lifestyle without a huge price tag, Burnett Heads might steal your heart. It's an idyllic coastal town where the ocean meets the river. Think fishing boats bobbing in the marina, a historic lighthouse by the shore, and quiet streets that catch the sea breeze. The town has been getting a revitalisation lately. The main street got a fresh makeover and there's talk of new developments, thanks to the port and planned marina expansions. In fact, the area is expected to see significant growth and development as its potential gets realised. But even with the change on the horizon, Burnett Heads retains a charming village vibe. Locals enjoy lovely beaches like Oaks Beach, great for a swim or a spot of fishing off the rocks. There's a primary school, a couple of cafes and a friendly pub, and a handy IGA supermarket. Basically all the essentials for day-to-day life. And if you need more, Bundaberg City is a straight shot down the road. One of my favourite things here is the sense of community. People are warm and welcoming, as small town as it gets. For first home buyers, Burnett Heads offers great value and a slice of the coastal lifestyle. Homes here have been climbing, but you can still find homes under the 550,000 mark, especially older homes or those a couple of streets back from the water. In fact, recent sales prove it. A 3-bedroom cottage on Shelley Street sold for about 517,000 just 2 months ago, and another on Doctor Street, a 3-bed 2-bath, went for around 536,000. So yes, the low to mid 500k can score you a home with a big yard in the coastal locale. The key is value for money is still here, especially compared to Bargara down the road, where prices are much higher. Plus, with all the planned infrastructure, Burnett Heads has big growth potential. A local tip here, embrace the coastal lifestyle. A huge perk of Burnett Heads is the scenic walkway, bikeway that connects all the way to Bargara. I love taking an early morning bike ride along this path. You get stunning ocean views and fresh salty air. Also, don't miss Oaks Beach for a quiet beach outing. It's rarely crowded, and you might spot turtles during nesting season. After a day outdoors, head to the Lighthouse Hotel, the local pub, for some fish and chips and a cold drink, while you overlook the harbour. It's the perfect way to wind down and mingle with friendly locals. So, wrapping up, those were the 5 of Bundaberg's hidden gem suburbs for first home buyers, each with their own unique appeal, from quiet inland communities to a breezy coastal village. The best part, all these areas have homes under the 550,000 on the market right now, meaning you don't have to break the bank to start your home owning journey in Bundy. Whether you're after peaceful family streets, a big backyard, proximity to schools, or the chance to live by the beach, you've got an option here. As a proud local, I had a blast showing you around Kepnock, Walkervale, Norville, Avoca and Burnett Heads today. These places might not make the glossy brochures, but they're full of character, community and potential. Keep an eye on them. You might just find your dream first home where you least expect it. Thanks for joining me on this little tour. If you found this helpful, give me a thumbs up and let me know which suburb you'd pick. And I'll see you next time.